Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Holla if you hear me. If you don't hear me, stay quiet. It's a new week, baby. Amazing time of year for all things sports. Amazing time of year for all things sports. Amazing weekend across all sports parallels. Playoffs in hockey, playoffs in the NBA, and of course, Major League baseball getting at it. I have a jam-packed show for you guys here today. Excited to get to it. Excited to get through it. If you know what I mean. I will touch on Marcus Smart. That close. I said, that close to a victory. I will also touch on the situation going on with Alabama college baseball. Touch a little bit on college baseball. Devin Booker. Ridiculous. Gonna touch on his amazing performance over the weekend. I'm talking Friday night and Sunday night. Game 3 and Game 4. This kid has done spectacular things. How about them Kraken in Seattle? Definitely touch on that. The Seattle Kraken, second, maybe third. I believe it's their second year in existence. Could be their third. Now that I'm thinking about it. But I think it is their second. I will get the facts on that. But how about the Kraken taking down the Stars? It's still early. They're up 2-1, but it's looking like they will advance to the Western Conference Finals. I don't know what they call it in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but would be a dandy to see Seattle make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Goldie, Paul Goldschmidt, that kid is on fire. Too bad the Cardinals are ice cold. Ooh, put the Cards on ice. Eloy Jimenez, White Sox left fielder, hospitalized. Wish him the best. Shohei Ohtani, for some reason, and I know why, because he's that damn good. The whole world is talking about his free agency, trying to guess where he will go. Is he going to get $600 million? These are some of the questions I will touch on in a second. Also, moment of silence. Rest in peace to the legend, Vida Blue. One of the greatest players to put on a baseball jersey. Nobody has a resume like him and probably never will. This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, going live on a fabulous Monday, May 8th. This year is trucking. This year's is trucking. Trucking on along. On this day, May 8th, in 1961, a New York baseball team got its name. The city of New York chose the Mets. The New York Metropolitans became a franchise. They got the name on this date, May 8th, in 1961. It will still be a year or two before they started playing. Also, on this day, May 8th, 1966, the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, a lot of history between some trash teams right now. The New York Mets are playing absolutely horrid baseball the last 14 days. The Cardinals, Last 30 something days, they've been playing horrible baseball. But this day in 1966, Cardinals played their last game at Busch Stadium, a 10-5 loss to the San Francisco Giants. Also on this day in 1967, Muhammad Ali was officially indicted for refusing to join the army. I will get back to Ali in a second. On this day in 1970, the New York Knickerbockers, my New York Knicks, won their first championship. 1970, May 8th, on this day, defeating the Los Angeles Lakers. Back to Ali in 1971. On this day, Ali took his first loss in a ring. Joe Frazier getting the victory there. Again, this is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dies. NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs happening over the weekend. Last night. My bad. I'm on like game 3. I was looking at some Booker stats. This kid. I mean, wow. Anyway, I want to start here with the Celtics Sixers going at it last night, going to overtime, 115-116 on the James Harden game winning 3. It wasn't a buzzer beater. He hit a 3 with about 18 seconds left. And this is when it's always that crucial, what's it called, decision from a coach. You got 18 seconds left. You can hold it for the last shot. You're down 1. You either hit the shot and win, or you lose. Or you can go try and get a quick basket, foul, doop dop, whoop wop, play the game out, play the timeout, play the free throw game. Some say you end up in the same situation if you play the free throw game and you got to keep scoring to keep it. I mean, it's the NBA. They're going to make their free throws. This ain't a bunch of college kids out here stressing over finals. I don't think anything was done wrong. I think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, come on. Yeah, y'all need to be shooting that shot. Y'all shouldn't be making a pass with 1 second left. Put Marcus Smart in the situation that he's in. My bad. I just realized I still got my Cinco de Mayo. Arriba! Had a fabulous weekend. Anyway, shouldn't be coming down to that. Marcus Smart shouldn't be having to jack up a quick shot with 0.5 seconds left trying to get it off. Better execute. You had 18 seconds to execute something. Jason Tatum, come on, man. I be trying to have your back. What was that, man? I can't even get over that. The joke is, if Marcus Smart's hair was not green, that shot would have counted. When I asked why, because God don't like ugly. That's a joke that I thought of as soon as I saw it happen. Anyway, hair color has nothing to do with nothing. Jason Tatum needs to have some better. That's what I said a couple days ago, though. Like last Thursday or Wednesday, it's coming down to coaching in the playoffs. And the Celtics probably have the worst coach left in all of the playoffs. I mean, if you look at the West, you got Malone, Monty, Kerr, Ham. Ham hasn't really proven himself at this level, but I mean, he's not losing. And then on the East, I ain't gonna lie to you, Doc Rivers. I don't even know the Celtics coach name. I just see his face looking confused every time they put the camera on him. Who else is in the playoffs? Oh yeah, Tibbs and Spoelstra. Definitely, Celtics got the worst coach left in the playoffs. On to the last game of the weekend. Last night, you had Devin Booker, Kevin Durant taking on Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Every time these teams play, I'm not going to lie to you. On this series alone, I am 16-4. Every game, I bet the over. I bet Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant over points. And I've taken the Joker combo over points, rebounds, and assists. 16-4 through 4 games. Woo! That's how you put a series on a buffet line and eat it up. Last night was no different. All 5 of the overs hit. I went to bed a happy guy. The Joker, of course, scoring 453. Suns are just too small. No matter who they put on them. I mean, besides Ayton, he's the biggest guy you can throw at him, and he's the softest guy on the Suns team. Durant tried to guard him a few times. Too skinny, too frail, too old. Jock Landale had the best, just because he had the energy to kind of cut Jokic off a lot easier than Ayton does. But Jokic just go over the top of Landale. He was just going over the top. No matter who guarded him, he was dropping buckets. Jamal Murray doing his dang thing, shooting 52% last night. 28 points for him. However, Phoenix Suns getting the 5-point victory, tying up the series. Both of these series, Celtics, Sixers, Nuggets, Suns tied at 2-2. Tonight, the other 2 series will play, and hopefully the Knicks can tie that series up at 2-2, and maybe the Warriors can get a Game 4 victory as well, tying it up at 2-2. But the guy I want to talk about in this series the most is my man, the main man, in his prime, Devin Hot Ham Booker. This boy is putting up a master class in efficiency. Last 2 games, both games in Phoenix for this series, this kid combined has shot a 34 for 43 from the field, 8 for 12 from the three-point line. Friday night, he shot 20 for 25. Last night, 14 for 18. Wow. His confidence is on another level. I saw him shoot a shot last night. He just laced it. He didn't even care. He just like, he just shot it and started walking. Like, not away. But he was at the baseline by the time the ball went through the net. He just talking to the crowd. He just doing his damn thing. That boy is playing on a level that I have not seen another person play at since the late, great Black Mama. You heard it here first. When he dropped 71 about 10 years ago, everybody said he'd be the next Kobe. He's getting there. He's getting there. Needs to win. Need to win some, young man. But Devin Booker going absolute bonkers, baby. How about them Kraken, huh? How about the Kraken? Where we at? Shift the gears for a little bit. Let's jump over to. I don't have anything tonight in the NBA. I mean, call it what you want. I've been betting Brunson overs, and I've been betting Butler's unders. The series is just kind of wonkers. I took the Knicks Saturday. Scared to take the Knicks again, honestly. Losing by 30. I mean, it can go either way. Part of me wants to take the over, as crazy as that sounds, 206. The first 2 games of the series pushed the 209 number in Game 1. Game 2 went over slightly. Game 3 under by a lot. So I really have no idea on that one. And then you got the Warriors taking on the Lakers later on. I bet the Warriors twice in this series, I believe. Both times they lost. I mean, I just can't get in the rhythm with them. I wish I had all of these series under my thumbnail like I got Nuggets Suns. Because, boy. Oh, boy. So I'll probably just wait till tomorrow and just slap all of those 5 overs again and just continue getting a Richard off of the Suns Nuggets. I wish that series can go 20 games just so I could keep betting it. So yeah, no more NBA news from me on the day. I'm going to shift gears real quick. Bama college baseball coach. News came out last week that he was involved in some sort of gambling. I just wanted to break it down and clear the air. He has not come out and been officially indicted or accused or admitted to being part of a sports gambling regime as of yet. However, the problem is he phone records indicate that he was on the phone with a man in Ohio who placed a large wager on an Alabama LSU baseball game shortly after being on the phone with the head coach of the Alabama team. The reason that raised eyebrows is throughout the country, since it's legalized now, there's eyes on it. People can see what people are doing. When it was illegal, like if this guy would have went to the bookie on the corner of Roosevelt and 7th, I've never been to Ohio, just guessing, just being funny, honestly. But if he goes to a bookie at a bar in the dark shadow alley, puts $10,000 on his game, nobody probably ever knows. So that's one thing we got to realize and watch out for. All of these people, including NFL players, a lot of these people getting caught up sports gambling because they're going to sports books, which is regulated, watched, everything, every move you ever do in a sports book. Believe it or not, they have it on camera. Spend a lot of time in sports books. Trust me, they don't miss a damn thing. They know exactly what you're doing, what you're up to, what's going on, how much action you have, and how much you're winning or losing. And that's what happened in this case. But just to clarify everything, this LSU Alabama college baseball game, I think throughout the country, it was some books that had zero action on this game. A few books had small wagers. One book came out in the public and said we had $35 on this game. And then so this guy goes and puts a huge wager, large wager on it. That's what kind of raised the red flags for the FBI and the gambling, whatever they got, committee to do a full investigation. And turns out the phone records show he was on the phone with the Alabama head coach. So of course, hoopla, whoopla, get his ass out of here. Alabama's head coach got fired. They were having an amazing season. One of the oldest teams in that's crazy. That is actually crazy. One of the oldest teams in college baseball. Also, one little side note, SEC is ruling NCAA baseball this season. Top 5 schools in the rankings are SEC schools, with LSU being number 1. Can't wait for this college baseball World Series coming up in a few weeks here. I believe it starts I think it starts pretty soon, honestly. I think it's late May 28th, June 1st, something like that. Looking forward to that. We'll definitely be covering College Baseball World Series in-depthly here on Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. Don't know why I just did the whole intro. Anyway, get over to some baseball news, man. A wrap up the show as always. Only got 2 bets for you guys tonight. I will get to those in a minute here shortly. I'm pretty confident in both of these bets, so you know they're going to lose. That's just how the dice roll. But anyway, I want to touch on this Shohei Ohtani situation. This is why I said it's crazy, because I got it written down and talking about it. And boom, ESPN's like, hey, let's send you an article about what you're about to talk about. Shohei Ohtani, I think this is his last year on his deal. This guy's Cy Young elite, one of the best pitchers in the game. Also, one of the best hitters in the damn game. I don't know if I wrote it down. I was looking stuff up this weekend just out of my own curiosity as a fan of the sport. It doesn't look like I wrote it down. People always talk about and compare this man to Babe Ruth in his youth. What he's doing is, it's that impressive. I've been waiting for it to get to the point where you could really put Babe Ruth name on it and it make a little bit of sense. Let me look this up real quick. Man, I just need to open the tab. I'm trying to see what tab I don't need. Babe Ruth throughout his pitching career, 94 wins as a pitcher. That's bananas. Oh, I didn't mean for all this. God damn, man. I Googled it the other day and it just came up easy. But yeah, he was 94 and 46 with a 2.28 ERA, 147 games started, 107 complete games, 17 shutouts. I say this because they always brag about how great Babe Ruth was at both. I always thought this kid pitched good for one season and then got traded and became a slugger that drank beer and ate hot dogs. But looking back on this, he did start 147 games, which is probably over a 2, 3, maybe even a 4-year span. 94 and 46 with an ERA of 2.28. Shohei Ohtani, as of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. Some of those seasons he got hurt and didn't play complete seasons. But most of those 6 seasons, he was in the lineup and he was there. Man, I wish they would just give me his. The other day I looked this up and it was like, maybe I Googled it differently. I don't know, man. Should have wrote it down. In his career, this is this season, 2023. Anyway, I want his pitching stats. They gave me his hitting stats. Well, this is taking so long. I just don't even want to talk about it anymore, honestly. It's, godly. Try to look something up, bro. Just give me the, just. I love it. Like, Lord, have mercy. I don't know, man. I might have to come back to this tomorrow, bro. I'm Lord. You think you type in pitching, it wouldn't bring up anything about hitting, but it's still bringing up all his just average 269. Bro, like what the? This is supposed to be a smooth show, first show of the week. All right. I don't even care no more. I really don't. For 5 years in the league, this guy's been pitching. And this is what made it even more impressive to me when I saw this stat. I should have just guessed because I would have came close to these numbers. I literally looked it up 2 days ago out of curiosity. 32 and 14 with the Angels as a starting pitcher. That's amazing. Because the Angels stink. And he's 32 and 14 as a starting pitcher. 70% win rate, 2.92 ERA. Give him another 2 seasons, I think this guy will be as great of a pitcher as Babe Ruth was. Numbers to back it up. Also, if this guy can play 20 years, which I don't even know how old this kid is, sheesh. I don't know if we'll ever get to 700 home runs, but man, it's crazy to even think about 100 years later. You can go back 200 years and only 2 players that are this good, and that's Shohei Ohtani and Babe Ruth. Everybody's speculating he's going to get the $600 million contract, the first $600 million contract. Everybody's also speculating where he's going to play. There's really only 3 or 4 teams that can afford that kind of contract. It'd be. I would love to see this kid just play with the Angels forever. It really does feel like the Babe Ruth curse. You know, he left Red Sox, and we all saw what happened there. The Angels need they need him, man. The They got Mike Trout. They need Ohtani. They need to beef up that lineup and get some more starters. I don't know why they haven't been able to do that yet. Man, here we go. 134 home runs through 6 years. So he plays 20 seasons. He will definitely get to that 700 home run mark. It'll be crazy to watch Ohtani's full career. I ain't gonna lie. I've been waiting for him to just kind of fall off pitching or hitting. Like, I've been waiting like 2 or 3 seasons now. Like, all right, you're the GOAT. We get it. Eventually, people are gonna start beating him up on his pitch is gonna lose some velocity, and he'll have to just focus on being a right fielder. Part of me thinks I believe that, and part of me thinks that's what all the dumb A word media been trying to sell you for the last 5 or 6 seasons. Maybe this kid can just do both. Maybe he's just built like that. Maybe Babe Ruth could have did both too, if he wasn't guzzling down beers and hot dogs. This guy, Shohei Ohtani, already an MVP, already Rookie of the Year, already Silver Slugger, already a 2-time All-Star. $600 million. I think he's worth it. I wish it was with the Angels. People are talking about the Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, of course, all the big name markets. I would love to see this kid stay in an Angels jersey his whole career with your boy Mikey Trout. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm sure he's gonna get the money he deserves. I'm sure it'll be $600 million, which is just bananas. BERNANAS. Let me get to my bets for this evening and get the heck on up out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Oh, also real quick, I gave it out on my other show on Saturday. I'm mad I didn't give it out on this show because me and JCP was talking about it before we went live. The Kentucky Derby. I bet Maggie, the 8-horse. Shout out to You Better You Bet. Nick and Ken. Honestly, I don't remember who y'all had on. Don't remember the guy's name. But I did listen to him when he said Maggie, even though Ken tried to be a-hole afterwards. Like, oh, you're putting a lot of your... you're putting a lot in this Maggie guy. I mean, if Maggie loses, everything else you said could be correct, and you still lose. Get out of here, Ken. Get out of here. Stick to football, college football, man. The more I listen, that's all I'm going to say. Huge fan, but you don't know everything all the time. This is Captain By a Hook with the red beard. Shout out to whoever y'all had on y'all show, You Better You Bet, giving me the winning horse, and I just had to ride with it. So yeah. Beautiful music to my ears when Maggie won. Tonight I am on 2 run lines, and I am on 2 teams who are spicy hot, going against 2 teams who I think are about to get cold streaks. The Miami Marlins have played above their potential thus far this season. I think they get back to being a 500 or less team over the next week or so, starting today. They're 5-5 on their last 10. I expect them to be 2-8 over their next 10. The Miami Marlins at 17-18, second place right now in the NL East because the New York Metropolitans absolutely suck. It's crazy because the Mets are -10 in run differential. Miami's -56 in run differential. Yet, y'all both have the same record. You should be embarrassed. Miami has the worst run differential in this division. Is in second place. You got the Nationals and Philadelphia and the Mets all behind them, all with way better run differentials. Like cut it in half. Cut it in half. I see the Miami Marlins start to struggle here. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, who I think is about to hit a nice little boost over this next month. They have a beautiful, beautiful schedule through the month of May. They really don't face a contender until they hit the Braves in early June. I think the Diamondbacks are set to slay the month of May, and I think it starts tonight with Gallen on the mound. Give me the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Miami Marlins at home in Phoenix. Who's pitching for the Marlins? You got Braxton Garrett, the left-hander, which is another reason I like this. Diamondbacks are slaughtering left-hand pitching from the plate. So give me the Diamondbacks tonight on the run line. I believe I got it at plus 102. You don't know my name. Baby, baby, baby. Also on the run line, give me the Rays taking on the Orioles tonight. Even though the Orioles are at home, the Orioles they're coming off of a long, and I mean long, road trip. No days off. Played yesterday going into 12 innings against the Braves. Heartbreaking loss. Braves walk it off in the bottom of the 12th. The Orioles, Baltimore Orioles, as well as they played up to this point. All of these wins they got were against losing teams. By losing teams with a losing record. The next 4 or 5 series that they have will be against teams with a winning record. So we're really about to see what these Baltimore Orioles are built of. Young team. I think they struggle over the next 6 weeks or so. And by struggle, even if they play 500 ball, they'll still be where they need to be in the playoffs at the end of the season over the next 6 weeks. I mean, there's still 6 months in the season, but this is about to be the first time that they play winning teams all season. Going up against the Rays, no days off after a long road trip. Give me this game to be a letdown game for the Orioles, and I think over the next 6 weeks they will be around 500 or worse. So tonight I'm gonna jump on the Rays minus 1.5 on the run line. It is minus 109. It also does not hurt that your boy Shane McClanahan is taking the mound for the Rays. Even though my dog Kyle Gibson is on the other side for the Orioles. I love Kyle Gibson. I've been riding him thus far this season, but tonight I will be fading the Orioles. Give me the Rays on the run line on the road, taking on Baltimore. It's the only 2 bets I have for you guys tonight. Diamondbacks on the run line, Orioles on the run line. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for the support. Thank you for the love. This is Captain By a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, going live on a beautiful Monday, May 8th. Again, take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly.